Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 16th of April. I am here with my doggos, guys. I've got Sprocket here, snoring very loudly, and I've got Sophie here. You going to say hello, Soph? No, you're not going to get hello. Got some new shelves. Tarada and I have put up some new shelves in her room. So a little bit of different backdrop. Sorry guys, my daughter's doing work in the lounge room and I've got the builders next door still. I noticed yesterday's video was a little noisy and also the kids next door on holiday. So they're also the lady's babysitting her grandkids. So pretty noisy outside. So I figure might as well let the dogs come and have a rest and we'll catch up in this little room, guys. Cheers, everyone. I have got my coffee. Welcome anybody new to my channel as well. We've built a community here of people who are pretty much awake to the BS, garbage, nonsense and lies we're currently being fed. Please consider subscribing. Hit the bell notifications as well, guys, just so you know when my videos do pop up. And also check you are subscribed because we know there's a few people who have been unsubscribed. Just seems to happen with YouTube, doesn't it, guys? And also, don't forget like buttons and please comment down below. I haven't got much admin this morning, guys. There is a lot going on, but of course, we would never know about it. Most people do not know about anything that's going on in the world, unless, of course, it's about war or the Royal Kardashians dramas or something such as this. But last night in Australia, we did have another stabbing incident, big incident. I think it might have been Orthodox. I'm not sure. A bishop apparently got stabbed in the middle of a live streaming sermon of some sort, I think you call it. So that caused absolute chaos and there was a great big riot out the front of that church and the police had to come. It was all crazy, out of control. And then they were talking about migrants and I don't know what the go is, but to be continued, guys. We've had the big riot in Sydney over yet another stabbing that's occurred. Oh, I think it was a 15-year-old boy, guys. Oh, people are just getting sick of all this crime and violence, guys. It's just getting too much for people to deal with now. It really is. Okay, let's get straight into the reading, guys, without further ado and see what comes up today. Oh, I'm just getting there's a lot going on in Parliament. Like behind closed doors. There's a lot of paperwork. We know there's a lot of bills being passed. There's a lot of this concentration on the paperwork. A lot of the global leaders and elites are really focused on their work, their homework, their exams, passing everything, rolling out their reset. We know what it's really about. But I am getting that there's a lot of paperwork going on. Things being signed, resource management, etc., trading, commodities, handing money over to war-torn countries. Just a lot of this political red tape and paperwork I'm getting at the moment. An enormous amount is going on. We know it is. We know all our countries are giving all our taxpayer money away to other countries. And they're pretty much all doing that, aren't they, guys? Oh, not to the countries. Like, I wish it would be nice if like England gave to Australia and Australia gave to New Zealand, or New Zealand gave to America, or that doesn't work like that. It goes to all the war-torn countries for some strange reason. As we bring in all the immigrants to our countries from a lot of these countries, I don't get it. Why don't they leave the money here and just support them in our countries? But they're supporting them, I guess, anyway, aren't they? In the UK, they are. Mobile phones, giving them accommodation in motels and all this kind of thing. Giving them a pretty good head start. So there's a lot of this. I'm getting a lot of... Oh, sorry, guys. People, little people and peasants and Lego people are sick of this. They're sick of the immigrants, etc., being... having their lifestyles fed. And everybody else is just being taken down to the cleaners. Just being taken down to nothing, really is what I'm getting. All right. Oh, God. So there's a lot of paperwork going on now. A lot of signing off, a lot of bills being passed, a lot of extreme measures being taken, as we know, to fundraise for the government bank accounts. For example, Trudeau and his taxes for everything. How's the chicken coops? How big's your chicken coop? Like, really? Oh my goodness me. I can't even believe the world we're living in. All right, let's keep going, guys. Oh, I've got another lovely day here, guys. I hate to rub it in, but I am enjoying the beautiful sunshine. Autumn's really beautiful where I live. It's very pretty. No wind. It's just lovely. I'm so enjoying it at the moment. Okay. I'm getting this Gulf of Capricorn. Is that up in the Northern Territory? Could be military. More military positioning of things. I do feel it's up in the Northern Territory. Gulf of Carpentaria. I've got the feeling it's like up in that Gulf bit where Queensland's up the top here and Northern Territory's here. I do have that feeling it's up there. I could be wrong. But I am getting there's a lot more military presence because they're trying to protect, well, the top end of Australia from being a target with other countries. So I'm getting that there's more like military aid being brought to these areas. I don't know if there's been a threat made that Australia's not hearing about, but I am getting this. They're upping the military presence around, I think it's Gulf of Carpentaria. I think. It's like they're anticipating perhaps some sort of attack. I think back in the day there was one in Darwin. I can't remember what that was called, the bombing of... There was some sort of bombing. It had a name. I can't remember. It was years and years and years ago. Oh, sorry guys. This is just getting exhausting. So it's like the protecting of the Australia... Well, protecting of Australia is what I'm getting. So a lot is funneling up into this area of military protection is what I'm getting for Australia. Because Elbow and his cronies don't want Australia being exposed to other countries just and ending up in that warlike state. Oh my God. Why is there so much war talk? It's so frustrating, isn't it, guys? They create war where there is none. Like the Frankie Goes to Hollywood song, rather. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. I just get the line from that every time I say the word war because it's just such a senseless, pathetic way of solving anything, isn't it? Like, just blow everyone up and just displace people. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm getting Germany again. Germany, look, this could still be happening, guys, over there. We wouldn't know. Germany's still on its feet. The people fighting back are very stable. There's a lot of them. They're very stable in their energy. I don't even think there's any volatility in that anymore because their energy is so high. They're just remaining stable en masse. I keep getting it. I'm going to keep saying it. Germany is very stable. The government is being forced to address what's going on. They're having to answer to the people. Oh, it's so good. Fingers, it happens everywhere else, guys. I know you guys are getting frustrated too with this in Canada, UK, etc. All right. I am getting that there's parts of the narrative that are collapsing now. There's parts of the narrative that are collapsing. And we know a lot of this has to be around the renewable energy, what they're proposing that we all do, go down the road of EV cars, solar panels, etc., etc. I am getting that. The narrative is starting to collapse in some specific areas. And it could even be around the tracking and tracing systems too, because people do not want it. People do not want to be tracked and traced and told where they can and where they can't go. See, it's all fine and dandy until the people find out about it. And this is the bit that, for example, the likes of Sushi, Trudeau, even Biden, they forget to tell people that, well, hang on a minute, you're not going to be able to leave your 15-minute city. We forgot to tell you that bit. So, you know, you're probably not going to go on a lot of holidays and things like this now, guys, or go visit your family in another state, etc., etc. You'll only be allowed to do that like once every 3 years, or once a year we might let you go to that other shopping centre if you've earned your brownie points. We know how it's going to go, and people are not going to like it. So be ready, guys. People are going to stand up and they're going to fight back because people don't want it. Once they find out about it, they don't want it. Funny that. Funny they knew about it. Well, people are waking up. They're definitely waking up. All right. Oh, look at little Sprockty. He's so cute. Yeah. All right. And the guides just keep guiding us to relax. Just relax back in our armchairs. They're showing us in like the recliner, just laying back, chilling out, enjoying life. Like we've been getting the last few weeks, enjoying feathers, birds, nature, our surroundings. Doesn't matter even if you're living in the city, you can still enjoy a lot of these things. Just keep chilling out. Keep in that, it's saying like a low frequency vibration, but when they say low frequency vibration, that's a form of the high vibration because it's in a calm, peaceful, relaxed state. That's what I'm getting for us. That's where we have to stay, guys. We have to stay very chilled out. Well, for the next 6 months. It's very important that we work on our own energy and remaining on that path of awakening, staying relaxed, not having tightness and constrictions in our bodies. It's very, very important to look after our health, which I think a lot of us have really learnt to do. Hey, thanks for your feedback, guys, around what we got the other day about when you were age 8. It's very interesting that a lot of us have had very similar journeys where we really felt the being different most of our life. It seems to be just a common thing that a lot of us share, isn't it? That uncomfortable feeling, an unsettled feeling where we just didn't quite fit in. And now that we've awakened and found ourselves, it's like it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't worry us anymore, does it, guys? We kind of go, oh well. If people vibrate away, so be it. We just accept things much better now and cope with change so much better. I keep saying that. Change comes up a lot, doesn't it? All right, hang on a minute. Keep getting it. England's rising. I have it nearly every day. There is movement. And it's not just the plasticine protests. That's our new code word for a lot of the pro, you know what I mean. But there's more. There's going to be protests about wage rises. There's going to be protests about, I know it's like the Lecky car event and the climate change garbage. And I don't mean the extinction protesters, climate change, blocking the road protesters. There's going to be people who are going to be calling out the BS. Like I keep saying to you guys, people who work in a lot of these industries know that this is BS and garbage that they're feeding people. You know, you don't really need to be a rocket scientist to work out that maybe this isn't really making any sense at all, actually, since, as we talk about a lot, the global elites are building their houses right on the waterfronts. But, you know, forwarders are rising. Who would be actually doing that? So we do have to wonder. And it's funny how they just can't predict the weather when, like, the Maui fires, or not that was probably caused by weather, but so many weather things we've had, like tornadoes, etc., fires, snowstorms, blah, blah, blah. They can't seem to predict a lot of this, but they can predict where the weather and everything's going and the climate's being destroyed. Like, sorry, none of it makes sense. We know it doesn't. It's idiotic. Can't tell people when they're about to get like a horrendous flood and their houses are going to be washed away. Like, seems to happen at like 3 in the morning when everyone's asleep. And just so many questions we have around the weather, haven't we, guys? So I'm getting this is what I'm getting back to for London. You're going to have people standing up for a variety of things, It's not just one thing. Could even be the women's movements, could be around the transgender the changes to rules and regulations. So many issues, as we know, and there's plenty more to come yet. We're still trying to work out what the hell's going on this year and what they're rolling out with their red carpet gold trimmed reset. I'm still getting that England's going to be rising. England's rising, which is the UK, incorporates that whole region. All right. I know I repeat it, but I repeat it because the guides won't let me get to the next thing until I tell you guys. So that's why I have to always say it. And I guess it kind of locks it in then, doesn't it, guys? Getting China, and I'm getting that you guys might be forming some other sort of government there. This is interesting. Oh, fingers this happens. I'm getting there's like this other freedom government being formed. And it's different to Pierre Poilievre, or whatever his name is. It's different. I'm getting there's this freedom government forming. It's almost like the little, you know what it reminds me of? It's like the little people are taking the reins in their own hands again and trying to get their power back. So there's this group I feel forming in China, which is Canada here if you knew, because it's morphing into little China. We know that's where Trudeau wants to take it, down the road of communism. So I am getting there's this new government body forming and developing. It could be coming to where it's about free speech, people and their human rights. It's a new party I feel being formed. Oh, this is what you need. You need something strong and big to come in and take over that everyone gets on board with it. That's what you need in order to get Trudeau out. That's the only way he would be gone, is if there's like this third party comes in. Because like we often say here with Pierre Poilievre, it's great. He calls out his Trudeau's BS all the time. But is it just part of the charade and the show? Because nothing ever seems to come of anything, does it, guys? So we do have to wonder. But I am seeing this in China, that there's this upstanding like freedom group that has good integrity that's trying to build and form another, it's saying like another government power. That's just what I'm getting, guys. Fingers to that. Fingers to that. Because the little people do have voices. Like we always say here, there's so many of us and so few of them. How can they have this much power and we all have nothing down here when there's millions of us? It doesn't make sense. But see, it's about vibration, isn't it? It's about vibration. It's quite incredible when you really look at the big picture, isn't it? It's so out of balance at the moment. Yet the scales could be tipped so easily, couldn't they? Let's keep going. So fingers, there's something brewing in China. And I tell you what, that would take some serious strength to create that, because you know there's a very high risk that you're going to be chucked in the clink. But if you've got enough people that stand strong and go through the right channels, and I think this is what people are thinking, if they go through the right channels of Parliament and do it and create this new, it's saying small government body, they could win a lot of votes. This will be interesting to see. That's the only way you'd get Trudeau out, if you had another option in there. I don't know if that's a possibility. It's quite probable, isn't it, if you get enough people together? Because we know he's not a very popular man, is he? Oh, all right. I'm getting Queensland, and I'm getting something around the sugarcane industry might be at jeopardy. Sugarcane is a huge deal in Queensland here in Australia. It might be being compromised. It could be like some toxic fungus or something they're going on about is destroying the sugar. I don't know. There's something about the sugarcane industry in Australia at the moment. It's pretty much has to be grown the top end of Australia where it's sort of tropical climate. Sugarcane. And it could become, this could be one of their new rollout things too. It could become a bit more of a global issue, like some fungus because of all the moisture, things like this. They're gonna, this is the idiotness and the more crap we're going to start seeing now coming out, and of course attacking farmers, just the usual, globally. They're going to use whatever the weather conditions have been to create more problems. Like, so you guys have to, you farmers are going to have to turn all your crops in, or just like cutting back the cows and animals and all that, and reducing, yeah, too many carbon emissions and all this garbage. We know how it goes. So they're going to come up after more of, like they're saying, like the sugar canes, the wheat grasses, things like this as well. Cornfields is another one I'm getting. There might be something else. Poor old farmers, they just keep getting duped. There must be a chapter on the farming in this new reset, Clown Show 2.0. So I think they're going to start looking at ways they can, see, they just want their lab-based foods in. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just going to plant that seed because I think that's something that's going to get touched on into the future. So I put that in the X-File cabinets, guys, for a later date when we need to piece it together. Okay. Oh my God, this year is so confusing, isn't it, guys? All right. I'm getting Japan staying strong with their, is it Novo virus? They got some virus going around. I feel like Japan, what am I getting? I'm getting Japan's, I'm getting the word nocturnal, meaning, and I don't mean that people are asleep. That's not what I mean. I think they're gonna shut that virus down pretty quickly. I don't think it's gonna get a chance to run amok completely in Japan. It's not gonna get out of hand. See, the thing is, I think a lot of people in Japan, I feel like they think they've got natural immunity. So, well, natural immunity plus maybe those who were in the mass psychosis for the picky wheel feel like they've all had it anyway. So I feel like they just figure if it's another strain. So people actually in Japan aren't too panicked, I'm getting. I mean, you're going to get your handful that is and run off for their jabs and run to hospital and all this sort of thing. But I think a lot of people are just going, oh, well, it's a strain of that again. We've had heaps of those before. I mean, look how many we've had, so many. So I really feel like it hasn't really created mass panic in Japan. People are, because you know why, don't you? Because people are over it. They're over just, here we go again. I'm getting that song by Dolly Parton. Here we go again. Just when I'm about to da-da-da-da-da. And here we go again. That's what I'm getting for Japan. People are just like, oh yeah, here we go again. Not a big deal. And people just are more cautious. They'll wash their hands. They use their sanitizers, as people do. I mean, I've got to say, when I do get petrol at the petrol bowser now, I do keep a hand sanitizer in my car. Because I actually thought of how germy those those petrol bowsers are. How many people touch them a day? So I do that when I get in my car, so it's not all over my steering wheel. I think we've all become a little bit germ phobic, haven't we, during the old virus event, especially after we all got it. Oh my God, Father. But it's more about just how yucky people can be, isn't it, really, guys? Oh, anyway. All right, let me see. There's one more thing, guys, and then we'll pull some cards. I think we need a bit of guidance during this time. Oh, they're showing me this visual guides of like hats off to the awake people. Hats off to the awake people. We're getting acknowledged now that we're really helping to change the frequency. We talk a lot about doing our master's, spiritual master's degree this year. And I keep saying until we die, we've grown and expanded that much. That we're keeping our vibration high. And this is what we work on, probably without knowing it. We keep our vibrational frequency high, uplifted. We try not to get too down or depressed. We do whatever we can to heal ourselves, make ourselves feel better and stronger. And we try to stay in that energy via living in the now, etc., and staying detached. So I am getting that, that we're, well, we kind of get called star seeds and all sorts of things. Like we were planted here to help lift this frequency vibration. So the guides are taking their hats off and sort of bowing to us now that we're really moving and shaking things, because we know this is a great year of the shift. So we are making a difference. The guides are saying to you, hats off to you. you are making a difference just by being us. Just by being us. It helps. It helps. And also it's that leading by example. People look to us. Actually, I was talking to somebody this morning who, I think I was telling you about this guy who came to the marches with us a couple of years ago, and his whole family just didn't believe him at all. Now there's been a lot of jab injuries and things in the family, and they actually believe him now. And the other day, the guy that came to the marches with us, the freedom marches, was talking about maybe the earth is flat. And a few of them actually looked at him and they said, oh, you know, maybe he's right. He was right about everything else. So they were even querying that maybe the earth is flat because he'd said it. So that's just an example of people look at us for, I guess they look at us out of curiosity. Like, where's our head at? What are we thinking? And see, people will never tell us that, guys. They'll never tell us that. But I think people do wonder about us when we post things. Like, I know, and I get that feeling all the time on Facebook or whatever, if I post anything about meat, for example, being in a tabbed, labelled packet, people would be thinking, what the hell? What's she talking about now? Where's this going? Never know. They might go research it. So that's also how we keep this vibrational frequency up, just by staying in our truth, believing in ourselves, and just, oh God, just keeping moving forward. I guess. I don't know. But I am getting that. The guides are very happy with how we're working on our frequency. And that's also by healing. Like, I'm going to the acupuncturist again on Friday because my neck's a bit sore. I've had a few headaches. Doing those things. I know a lot of you guys do things. You've been getting out in your gardens now that you're coming into spring, a lot of you. It's wonderful. It heals our mind, body and soul. Doing all our creativities, our passions. We talk about things like this all the time, guys. That's why we get feathers and birds. And a lot of you have been seeing birds and feathers. And so have I. I've got lorikeets in my yard. I've got parrots. Birds are so stunning, aren't they? Like I said, I was telling you guys about Tico and Frank on YouTube. Absolutely adorable. There's a St. Patrick's Day one, and Frank plays the guitar absolutely unbelievably. I think I listened to both. I love the bird. He gets so into the singing. Go and check it out, guys, Tico and Frank. It's just amazing. They're in Australia. Let's do a unicorn card. Yeah, birds have a frequency vibration. Look, you know, you look at an eagle soaring. Look at an eagle soaring in a thermal. Like, oh, that's just dynamic. I mean, it's a peaceful looking thing, isn't it, as well? Just floating on warm air. Like, that's a frequency unto itself. We get eagle energy here a lot too, guys, don't we? I showed you our little eagle air plants we bought yonks ago. I'm just going to show you because it's right here. It just reminds me, like, talking about the eagle. Isn't it cute? It's one of those little air plant things. Just cute. That one's an eagle. It's in my daughter's room. Okay, soul purpose. Act on your soul purpose today. Fogging up. And see, if you look at that picture, soul purpose, I'm seeing like the cherry blossoms there, which is spring, which is the things opening up. He's walking along. He's making himself stable. He's got his walking stick, is it there? And he's sort of reading as well. So he's sort of learning, growing. He's got his, I call the unicorn our guardian angels. So he's also being guided down the correct path, which is what we're doing. Act on your soul purpose today. And to be honest, I think your soul purpose is just doing the things that you love. That's what I feel. Because when you're doing things you love and that make you happy, it naturally is a vibration, as we always talk about. Let's do a fairy oracle as well, guys. That's the snoring. He's so loud. Oh, Sprocky. All right, what have we got? Glimpse. Indigo, rainbow, crystal children and beyond. Oh, there you go. Look, we're like this little butterfly, like, person hiding behind beautiful old worldly tree. And we're getting glimpses, I guess, into the future, aren't we, guys? Indigo, rainbow, crystal children, and beyond. And also, I'd say starseeds fit into that category. But they do say that a lot more children, not all, but a lot of them are being born sort of over the last, well, few decades, I suppose. The rainbow crystal children, you hear about it all the time. Kids with autism, kids with special needs, kids who see the world differently through a different lens. My son is like that. My son has autism. He's absolutely amazing though. Like, he's high functioning. I'm very fortunate he doesn't have a intellectual disability. He's the one that just started his building apprenticeship this week. He's amazing. He's got a beautiful girlfriend. His life's very normal. People don't even know. But we put a lot of work in when he was young. We did a lot of therapy with him. We did sign language for a couple of years and everything. So it was very hard when he was little. But all that work pays off. But that's what I'm getting. I think what they're sort of saying there is we all see the world through a different lens, don't we? And we're getting glimpses of how the future could look. Interesting card. It's almost like an old worldly soul too, if you think about it, isn't it? Peering from behind the trees. Let's pull Adoring Virtue. We're certainly living through some very strange times, guys. I don't even know what the hell, like, I don't even know. Like, I was talking to someone who's awake this morning at my hubby's work, and I said, people are waking up. He goes, yeah, they are waking up. I said, yeah, and nothing on mainstream media. Zero of anything. Zero of anything, isn't there? There's just nothing. Nothing. Oh, there you go, music. I'd say music is what really saves a lot of us. I always tell you about, I put my headphones on and just escape into Spotify and different things. Music is a great frequency vibration. That's why I think I like that Tico and Frank. Frank is so good at playing the guitar. I just love his skills at guitar playing. I really appreciate people being able to play music. It's just such a gift, isn't it? And I'm getting that song by, I think it's Marsha Hines, that Australian singer. Music is my life is music. Music is my life is music. Music is my life. Oh, I think music is, for a lot of us, it's escapism, takes back to memories, can make us feel good, it can make us cry, which is healthy too. Just make us feel, you know, fun as well. I think even when I was on the Dodgem cars, I was telling you about the bumper car rides I was on the other week and why it feels so joyous. There's always that music like pumping, and it takes you back to your young sort of fun teenage years or something. As well. So music in different situations as well is what I'm getting. Hang on a minute. Let's see if there's anything else. All I can hear is the snoring. Oh, that's a music unto itself. It's broken. It's a ding-dong, isn't it? Oh, I can't get to the next song, you know what they're like, until I give it to you. Earth, Wind and Fire, that, do you remember every time it's September, ever in the night away, my heart is with you every time. I'm just getting that song. I have to give it to you or they just won't give me the next song, guys. You know how it works. Oh my God, the music we get. I'm getting that song. It's probably relate to in America. I like bread and butter. I like strawberry jam. I like bread and butter. It's like a little ditty. Why are we getting that? I don't even know. We just get this stuff sometimes, guys. Maybe it means something for one of you guys out there. Oh my God. All right. Oh, I'm getting this song by, oh, I don't know who sings it. Well, I do know who sings it. I just can't think of it offhand. It's that song, Eva, 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 let your head hang down. Eva, Eva. It's such a great song. Let your head hang down. Let your hair hang. Is it let your hair hang down? Let your hair hang down. It's a pretty cool song, actually. Quite like that song. Is it by Stevie someone? Or, oh, I actually know who sings it. I just can't think of it offhand. So I'm hearing that song. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting a song by Michael Jackson. And I'll be there to comfort you. I'll be there with all you do. Just take my hand and I'll be there. Oh, it's a pretty song, isn't it? It is Michael Jackson, isn't it? You know how bad I am. Hang on, I think they're trying to give me another Michael Jackson song. Wait. Oh, they're giving me that one. The way you make me feel, you make me feel alright, make me feel alright. Oh, what's that song? The way you make me feel, where she's walking along down the street. I can't think of the rest of the words. Oh, hang on. It's very hard to focus when you got snoring in the background vibrating away. It's like it sends out the ripple vibrations and affects the music tones. Hang on. Oh, they're giving me another Michael Jackson song today. And I do love this song. So go and listen to this song. We need to listen to the words of this song. I just can't stop loving you. We can take all the world tomorrow. We can face off of yesterday. I can't say, hey, farewell to sorrow. This is my life and I want to feel it always. I just can't stop loving you, baby. I just can't stop. Then you tell me just what I should do. Oh, sorry about singing. I know it's very torturous and I do really appreciate your great encouragement when I sing, but if I don't sing it, you're never going to understand the words or the actual song. I have to kind of give you half a tune. So apologies. All right, I'm going to leave you with that song today. I do love that song. I just can't stop loving you. And I guess that, if you think about it, it's probably about, you know, caring about ourselves as well. But listen to the words of that song, because I think there's a bit of meaning in there. You think, tell me just what I should do. I just can't stop loving you. I'm going to go listen to the words of that. I do love Michael Jackson's voice, despite anything. He truly was gifted, especially his dancing and singing. And we also know too, guys, how very awake Michael Jackson probably was. So he did seem a bit of a target, didn't he, for a lot of things. But a lot of his words, like, you know, a lot of his songs like Heal the World, They Don't Really Care About Us, blah, blah, blah. A lot of meaning in his music, guys. Maybe we'll go listen to a little bit of Michael Jackson stuff today. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Bye from me and the doggos. Bye, Sprocket. You going to wake up, Sprock? No. You going to wake up, Soph, and say goodbye? No, you get nothing today. You'll just get a goodbye from me. And I'll say goodbye for the doggos. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, like buttons, subscribe, and please feel free to comment. It takes me a couple of days sometimes. And, of course, YouTube's been playing around with my comments, so they come back after 3 to 5 days. Sometimes I get them late. So hang in there. I'll get back to you eventually. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.